Hello, everybody. My name is Lorraine. I'm from Canada. I have a Verbling class for you today. It's at an intermediate level, and it is a reading class. The article we're going to read was a newspaper article published, I believe, in 2011. It's about the energy crisis in Britain. And it's interesting because Britons are having trouble finding the money to heat their homes, and yet the energy companies are making huge profits, record profits. So why is this happening, and what can be done about it? That's sort of the questions we'll look at today. Just waiting for people to join me here in the classroom. When you do join, please download the two worksheets that I have posted in Verbling chat. I will also post them in Google Chat. The first one is the article, and you will need it so you can read the article. You'll be first doing some skim reading, which means you'll read very quickly and then answer some questions. So just waiting for people to join me here in the classroom. Okay, I'll say hi as you come on in. Big Werewolf?
Yeah.
That's an interesting name you have, Big Werewolf. Where are you from?
I'm from Mexico City. My name is Francisco.
Okay, Francisco.
I like me Paco.
I'm sorry, Paco.
Paco.
Okay, so you like to be called Paco.
Paco.
Okay, good. And what is it like in Mexico City today?
In this moment, I am driving in my house. I am driving to my house.
You're driving. You're you're on a Verbling class while you're driving?
Yeah. Yeah. I hear in my iPad.
Okay. But are you driving the car, or is somebody else driving?
Sorry, I don't hear you.
Okay, so are you are you in a car?
Yeah.
Are you driving?
Yeah.
Okay.
In this moment, I am driving.
I think that's dangerous, yes?
Yes.
To drive and to take a class?
It's very much traffic.
So you're sitting in traffic and not moving?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm moving. I don't say lento.
Slowly.
Slowly.
Yeah. Slowly. Yes, you're moving slowly.
Slowly.
Okay. Well, if you need to just, stop watching Verbling because I don't want you to have an accident. Be safe. Okay, so I'm going to say hi to Arnaldo. Hi.
Hello, Lorraine. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Where are you from, Arnaldo?
I'm from Venezuela.
Oh, Venezuela.
Yes.
What part of Venezuela?
Valencia. I'm from Valencia, but currently I live in Santiago, Chile.
In Chile. Oh, okay. I was in Venezuela in 2011, 2012. Yeah, I was in Santa Elena for 2 months.
Good.
Yeah, it was beautiful. What a beautiful place. Very, very nice. Have you been there?
No.
No?
In Santa Elena, no.
Have you been on the savannah at all?
No.
Um,
have-
someday you should go. Very beautiful. Okay, so I think we'll get started with the lesson because I don't know if there will be other people joining us. It's going to be difficult for Paco because, Paco, this is a reading class. Will you be able to read?
Okay, I can.
Okay. All right, so let me get my screen share going here. I always do a PowerPoint with information, and we'll go through it. If you click on my icon at the bottom of the page, this PowerPoint will stay the main screen so that you'll be able to follow along for the whole thing. If you can't see the gray screen that says, "Are we being ripped off?" let me know. Okay, good. All right, so let's see. Arnaldo, where does the energy we use come from? Can you think of some sources of energy?
the energy we use
Stanberry,
comes
Stanberry.
from water, wind,
Yeah, water, wind.
um, nuclear energy.
Anything else? Yeah, nuclear energy is a good one. Yeah, lots of people use that. It's a bit scary, but okay. Anything else? Any other ways we get energy? Are there any places in Chile where they use solar energy?
So solar.
Solar?
Solar, yes.
The sun.
Yes.
Okay. And in other places, they burn coal. There are many places in the United States where they burn coal to get energy. Okay, so, Paco, what
Yep.
sources of energy are renewable?
Sorry. Can you repeat?
You have to turn off the music or I'm going to get into trouble. Don't have music on. YouTube will close me down if you use music. My question is, of all these different types of energy, we had wind energy, solar energy, nuclear power, burning fossil fuels like oil or coal. Which ones are renewable energy? Which sources out of these ones?
For example,
Yes, give me an example.
yeah. For example, what?
Okay, so we're looking at certain things such as if you burn coal, once all of the coal has been dug up and burned, there is no way to get any more coal. It's gone. It's finished. We call that non-renewable source of energy. What I'm asking for is what sources of energy are renewable that you can continue to use forever and ever. No ideas? Arnaldo, what about you? Do you know some different...
Water energy?
Yeah, moving water, yes. That's a good way. What else? It's always there.
Mm,
What about solar? The sun is always there. Can
oh,
we
yes.
always get
Yes.
energy from the sun? Yeah, it never goes away. We won't run out of sunshine. And the other one, actually, all of them are powered by the sun. The water energy and the wind energy are
Mm.
all powered by the sun, because the sun is what makes the water go around. It rains because the sun evaporates water, it goes into the sky, it rains, it goes through rivers, and we use falling water over a waterfall to turn the turbines to make the electricity. So anything that's powered by the sun. And the energy that is non-renewable are fossil fuels like oil, gas, and coal, things like that. Okay, so let's continue. We have some vocabulary words here. Some of them are difficult, but let's see if we can match the words on the left with the definitions on the right. So Paco, the first one, rip off. What does that mean?
Mm, I am reading it.
Mm-hmm. Are you able to read the slide, Paco? Can you see everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see. I see.
Okay, so you're looking for the answer. He ripped me off. What does that mean?
Rip off is H.
H. Reluctant, not really wanting to. That's not a rip-off. Rip-off is a verb.
It's a verb. Okay.
It's a verb, yeah. It's a multi-word verb. There's 2 words to this, so.
Okay.
Do you want some
It's
help?
K.
Okay, to formally order someone to come. No, that is a single verb. We're looking for a verb that's multi-word. Take a look at J. Can you read that for me, please?
Is J.
Read J.
Okay.
Can you read it out loud? Paco?
Yep.
Can you read the J out loud? Read it out loud so I can hear you.
To make somebody pay too much for goods or services.
Exactly. So sometimes we get ripped off because we have to pay too much for maybe the internet, or we're paying too much for our phone bill, and it doesn't have to be so expensive, but we're being ripped off. Okay. Arnaldo, number 2, please.
Unwilling.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
This is an adjective.
Uh, Plentiful. More than is needed.
Think about the word unwilling. Willing is you want to do something. What do you think unwilling would be?
Um, When prices costs are very high and will continue to be high, we can use this word.
No, if you listen to what I said about willing, if I use it in a sentence, I would say, I'm willing to go to the store for you. I'm willing to do this, meaning I'm fine. I will go for you. But if I'm unwilling to go to the store, what would that mean? If willing is I want to, what would unwilling be?
Reluctant, not really waiting to.
Okay. The word un, the prefix on this word, un, it means not. Not willing. Not willing. So if willing means I want to, unwilling means I don't want to. So find an adjective that says that you don't want to. Do you see it?
H.
Yes. Can you read it for me, please?
Adjective. Reluctant, not really waiting to.
Wanting to. Not really wanting to. I'm unwilling. I don't want to. Okay. Paco, the next word.
Soaring.
Soaring.
Soaring. Okay. Soaring is adjective.
Yes, it's an adjective.
Soaring is F.
Yes. Read it, please.
Adjective when price costs are very high and will continue to be high, we can use this word.
Okay, so the cost is soaring. It's getting very high. Okay. Arnaldo, number 4.
Watchdog. Letter A.
Yes. Can you read it?
An official group which monitors an industry or part of the economy in order to protect the rights of the public.
Very good, yes. Paco, number 5.
Rocket. Rocket is K.
Okay, to formally order someone to come. No, when you rocket, think of a rocket. It shoots up into the air. Okay, so it's like that.
Is K.
Not K. That's not about shooting up into the air.
Okay. Verb to formally order someone to come.
No, that's not rocketing. To rocket, a rocket shoots into the air. It goes up really high and very fast. Think of a rocket.
Fast?
Yeah, it's going up very, very fast.
Very, very fast is C.
A confusing network of paths? That doesn't sound like going up very fast to me.
Okay. I
Yes.
I
And what does
verb
it
to
say?
go. Okay, yay, verb. Um, to go up very quickly.
Okay. To go up
Very
very
quickly.
quickly.
Okay.
Rockets
Okay.
go up. So that's why we use this as a
Sorry,
verb.
sorry.
The prices are rocketing. No, you're in traffic. I don't expect you to have all of your attention on this. Okay, the next word. Arnaldo?
Summon. Letter K.
Yes.
It's a
Can you read
verb.
it? Mm-hmm.
Formally orders someone to come.
Yes. Very good. Okay, Paco, next one.
Upshot?
Mm-hmm. These are hard words. The upshot.
Upshot. Okay, is upshot is the
Mm-hmm.
non-result
It means result. The
result.
upshot of the whole affair was that he had to pay the bill. Okay, upshot. Very difficult one. All right, Arnaldo, number 8.
Subsidize.
Mm-hmm.
Letter B.
Yes.
It's an adjective partly paid for by the government.
Exactly. Good. Paco, the next one.
Labyrinth?
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Yeah, labyrinth.
Okay, labyrinth. And labyrinth is C.
Yes.
Labyrinth is in a confusing network of paths.
Yes. A confusing network of paths. It's a labyrinth. Good. Arnaldo, number 10.
Cartel.
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 Mm-hmm.
Letter L.
Yes.
It's a noun, a group of companies which legally agree to charge unfairly high prices.
Good. Okay. Paco, 11.
Okay, abundant.
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 Good.
Okay, abundant. Yay. Verb
Which one?
multi-word. Verb multi-word to make somebody pay.
Abundant. No. I'm just trying to find it myself here.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Adjective. Plentiful, more than is needed.
Mm-hmm. Abundant. More than is needed. There's lots of it. Okay. Arnaldo, number 12. The hard one.
Exploit.
Mm-hmm.
Letter G. To make use of a resource.
Okay, to make use. There are 2 ways of using the word exploit, but in the context of this article, it has to do with making use of a resource. Okay. Are there any questions about the vocabulary? It's a very difficult vocabulary, so I understand any problems. So now this exercise is to practice skim reading. Skim reading is to read for very specific information, so you don't read every word of the article. You skim through trying to find words that will give you the information that you need. So for instance, number 1, the question is, do the different newspapers like what the energy companies are doing? So this story is about newspapers commenting on what energy companies are doing. So at this point, you need to download the article and skim through looking for this information. And I'm going to ask Arnaldo to come up with the answer for question 1 for me, okay? So you're just looking for that bit of information, okay? And Paco, I want you to skim through the newspaper article and tell me which newspapers do they mention in the article that refer to what the government is doing. Okay, so you're just looking for the names of newspapers. Do you both have the article?
Yes.
Yes, good. Okay, I'll also screen share it so that
You say oracle?
Yes, article. An article.
Article.
A newspaper article, yes.
Article. Okay, okay.
Okay. So just skim read, looking for the information. I'll give you a minute. Okay, so back to the questions. Arnaldo, what do you think? Do the different newspapers like what the energy companies are doing? This is just a yes or no answer.
Do the different newspapers like what the energy companies?
Yeah. Do they think the energy companies are doing good things or bad things?
Well, I think energy companies are doing bad things.
Okay, so is that what the newspapers think as well, from skimming through?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So do the different newspapers like what the energy companies are doing? The answer is no, they don't like it. They think the energy companies are doing bad things. Now, Paco has left us. Paco was in traffic in Mexico City, in his car, driving, doing a Verbling class. It's very strange. So now, Arnaldo, you're getting a private class. So there you go. Which newspapers refer to what the government is doing? So you have to look through the article again to see what newspapers are mentioned. So you're looking for names of newspapers. What is the first one you see?
The Huffington Post, UK.
Yes. Yep, the Huffington Post is one. What's the next one? Try to just skim. Don't read every word. Just look for newspaper names. I think the next one is The Independent. Do you see that?
Daily Mail.
The Independent.
The Independent.
Mm-hmm.
The Independent.
And then skim down, and there's one in the next paragraph.
The Daily Telegraph.
Yes, the Daily Telegraph. And are there any more? Okay, so let's see if we got them all. We'll take a look at the answer key. Huffington Post, the Daily Mail, and the Daily Telegraph. Well, that's funny because they didn't even mention the Independent. Let's see why. Maybe it wasn't mentioning the government. Oh yeah, there's the Daily Mail. And the Daily Telegraph. Okay. All right, and the last question. Which newspaper discusses wind power?
Okay.
I think that's near the end. It's at the beginning of the last paragraph.
The Daily Telegraph.
Yes. Good. Okay, so this, like I said, was to give you some practice skim reading. Now we're going to read the whole article. Because there is just you, I'll read a paragraph and you'll read a paragraph, okay? And we'll go through the whole thing. Let me get it up on the screen share again so other people watching can see. Okay, oops, did it wrong. Try again. Okay. So I'll start. Energy. Are we being ripped off? Soaring energy bills, millions unable to properly heat their homes, a gaggle of profit-hungry energy giants ripping us off and making billions in profits, a government unwilling to act to curb their power. It sounds like a plot of a science fiction film, said Andy Atkins on the Huffington Post, but this is the situation in Britain in 2011. A report last week by the industry watchdog Ofgem found that British Gas, E.ON, and the other companies that make up the big six energy suppliers are now raking in average profits of about £125 per customer per year, up from £15 in June. It's a big difference. The average household, meanwhile, has seen its annual energy bill rocket by 12% over the past 12 months alone to more than £1,300. The system is clearly broken and in need of repair. So, do you want to continue, please?
Okay. David Cameron and Energy Secretary Chris Huhne summoned the bosses of the Big Six to a summit meeting on Monday to discuss this scandalous situation, said the Daily Mail. The upshot: the companies will send out letters to customers reminding them of their right to switch providers and billing systems, and advising the poorest to apply for subsidized insulation. In other words, the ruthless profiteering is to continue. Householders are stuck with the job of pointing through a baffling labyrinth of tariff in search of a fair deal among all the ripped-off. The energy firms insist the higher bills are attributable to higher wholesale energy prices, said the Independent. But that seems to be a one-way street, as far as they are concerned. When global energy prices fell in 2008-2009, consumers' fuel bills didn't drop. The reality is that the Big Six are operating like an effective cartel. They need to be broken up to allow proper competition.
Okay, good. So there was probably a lot of words in there you didn't understand. Subsidized insulation. This means in Chile, is it cold? Does it get cold in the winter?
Yes.
Yes. So do you have insulation in buildings to keep the heat inside the house?
Oh, yes.
Yes. So when the government helps to pay for the insulation to be put into houses, many houses in Britain don't have much insulation, so they are being upgraded to have insulation. Okay. All right, so I'll continue. The cozy nature of the industry is certainly a problem, said Philip Johnston in the Daily Telegraph. But household energy bills are also being inflated by taxes to pay for useless windmills. These enable Mr. Huhne to parade his green credentials around Europe. But the only other people to benefit are a few wealthy landowners. What makes this particularly crazy is that Britain has an abundant reserve of cheap, relatively clean energy on its own doorstep in the form of shale gas, which can now be released through advances in a mining process known as hydraulic fracturing, or fracking. Some 200 trillion cubic feet of this gas was found near Blackpool. That alone would meet the UK's fuel needs for decades. Why aren't we doing more to exploit this resource rather than forcing householders to subsidize the renewable sector? Okay, so let's keep the article open, and I'll go back to our slide, and we're going to answer the questions on the slides. So, question number 1, look for this answer. What are the estimated profits per customer at present, and how is this different from in the past? So this was near the beginning of the article. The profits the companies are making per customer.
Now the ranking average profit is about £125.
Okay, so that's what they're making now. And what were they making in the past?
In the past,
It's in the same sentence.
yes, £16.
15 pounds, yeah. So just in, I don't know when this article was written, but in June it was 15 pounds. Before that, or now it's 125, and that's a huge, huge difference. Okay, so let's put that answer up. Okay. How much does a typical British home spend on energy in a year? And how is this different from the past? So what are they spending? Do you see the answer? It's in the same paragraph.
Okay.
The next. The very next sentence.
12 percentage over the past 12 months.
Okay, so it's gone up by over 12%. So how many pounds are they paying now for their energy?
1,300.
1,300, yes. Okay. So that is a 12% increase in the last 12 months. Good. So question number 3. What will the energy companies do after the meeting with Prime Minister and the Energy Secretary? Okay, so they had a meeting, and there was one thing that they said that they would do. It isn't very, not very helpful.
The companies will send out letters to customers.
Yes, exactly. So they're not going to change their prices. They're not going to do anything different. They'll just tell people that if you don't like it, you go change your company.
Okay.
Great. Okay. Number 4. According to the article, why does Chris Huhne want more wind farms? According to the article. And this is in the last paragraph.
Chris Huhne wants to summon the bosses of the Big Six to a summit meeting.
Yes, but that's not where he's talking about the windmills. In the last paragraph, take a look at it, you'll see that there's something about the windmills and what the Daily Telegraph thinks that Mr. Huhne wants to do, why he's wanting windmills.
In the last paragraph, the Daily Telegraph said that household energy bills are also being inflated by taxes to pay for useless windmills. This enabled Mr. Huhne to parade his green credentials around Europe.
Yes, okay, so that is the answer to the question. And do you understand what it means that he's going to parade his green credentials around Europe?
Not much.
No, it's a kind of a strange little analogy. Mr. Hune wants to show that he is investing in renewable energy because in Europe it is considered the best thing to do to invest in green energy. So this is his way of showing that he is investing because he's building windmills. So that is the right answer for that question.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a good way of saying it. He wants to appear greener to the European Union, and greener means environmentally friendly or sustainable. Okay. Who does the article say will benefit from wind farms, and who will have to pay for them? And that's the very next sentence. Who benefits from windmills? Do you see the word benefit in the sentence we were just reading? These enable Mr. Hune to parade his green credentials around Europe, but the only other people to benefit are who?
But the only other people to benefit are a few wealthy landowners.
Yes, landowners. So some farmers who have the space to put up windmills, they'll get money because their land is going to be used for windmills. So they get paid for that. So they'll make money. And who has to pay for it? Who's going to pay the landowners?
Okay.
Okay, so up a little higher it says household energy bills are also being inflated by taxes to pay for useless windmills. So it's taxpayers who pay for the windmills and landowners who get paid. So the landowners benefit and the taxpayers have to pay. Okay. All right, what alternative source of inexpensive energy does the article propose? Yeah, this guy.
Energy. British has an abundant reserve of cheap, relatively clean energy on its own doorstep in the form of shale gas.
Yes, shale gas, good. Yeah. And let's get the answer there. Okay, is this source of energy available in the UK? That sentence you just read said that it's on their doorstep, and that means it's right there. It's right in Britain, in the UK. So the answer to this is yes. It is there. Okay. So there was 200 trillion cubic feet found near Blackpool. And that's a town in England. Okay. So I think we'll leave off question number 8 unless, no, we won't go there. Okay. let's go to the speaking portion of this. The first question, companies have a responsibility to make profits for their owners. We should not complain that they are doing this. What do you think? Do you think that's a true statement? Is profit the only thing that companies should have to worry about? This is just your own feeling.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong answer here. It's just a conversation now. We're just going to talk.
Yeah, I think companies have a responsibility to make a profit from their owners, but nowadays some companies, I feel they rip it off.
They're ripping us off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking too much.
Because we have to pay a lot of money for services. For example, electricity, gas, water.
What's it like in Chile? You're living in Chile right now, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So how long have you been there?
I've been living in Chile for the last 2 years.
Okay. You're in Chile because there's work?
Yes.
Okay. What do you do?
I am a system engineer.
Okay. And what does a system engineer do? What is the business?
For example, I work in IT department.
Okay.
Like a software developer.
Mm-hmm. So what does the company do that you're in the IT department of? What does the company do?
The company sells automotive parts.
Okay. So parts that go into certain kinds of machinery, or?
Not for different kinds of machinery.
Okay. All right. So you have a good job, and do you live in the country or do you live in the city?
No, I live in the city.
And is it expensive for electricity in the city?
Oh, yes. Exactly.
Yeah. Is it more expensive than in Venezuela?
Yes. Yes.
Venezuela is a very strange place for the cost of energy, because when I was there, gasoline cost next to nothing. Just nothing.
Here it's so expensive, the gasoline.
Yeah.
But in Venezuela,
just about. Yeah, go ahead.
Is cheaper.
Yeah. Oh, crazy cheap. I think in Venezuela it's too cheap. I think because it is so cheap, people do not respect it. I saw a lot of people wasting energy because it's so cheap. So I think there has to be a balance, you know, where it's not so cheap that people can just throw it away. In other places, it's so expensive. How much is gasoline right now in Chile?
Oh, it's about $1.2 per.
Okay, $1.20 for American dollars, yes?
American dollars. $1.20. Yeah, I don't know how to say litro in English.
Liter, just like that, liter. Yeah,
Liter.
the
Okay.
same, liter. Hmm. Well, how do you say it in Spanish?
Litro.
Litro. Okay, liter. Yeah. In Canada, in U.S. dollars, a liter of gasoline is about $1.40.
Oh, similar.
Yeah, it's expensive here as well. So, do you know how Chile gets its electricity? How does it make electricity?
Uh, Electricity in Chile the electricity is, I think, is from Brazil and Argentina.
Okay, but how is the electricity produced? Do you know what method? Do they have hydroelectric or nuclear?
No, I think it's hydroelectric energy.
Hydroelectric. Okay. In Canada, we used to just have hydroelectric, but now well, for a long time, we've had nuclear and some gas-fired turbines and some hydroelectric. So it's quite a mixture. In Chile, is the power stable or does it go off quite often?
No, it's stable.
Okay. What
For
about,
example,
yeah, go ahead.
no, uh, the energy is stable.
Okay. Are there different ways that you can pay for your electricity? Are there many companies that sell electricity, or is there just one company that sells electricity in Chile?
Oh, there are many companies.
Okay. And are they competitive, or are their prices about the same, all of them?
Now the price is the same. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
so
competitive.
it's not competitive, so changing companies doesn't make a difference because they all charge the same amount. In Canada, we have a government-controlled electricity, but it's just one monopoly. It's called Hydro One, and I think different provinces have different, but in Canada we just get our electricity from Hydro One. And any of the small companies that sell electricity buy it from Hydro One and then resell it to customers.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's very expensive too. What do you think we could do as consumers? Like, what's the answer to really high energy costs? Do you have any ideas?
Uh,
Shall we save the world here?
uh, mm,
Do you think that some of the things like solar energy or wind energy, do you think that's going to help in the long term?
yes, I think it could help. Uh, uh, I think renewable energy
Renewable?
uh, mm, could be good for the planet.
Yeah, yeah, from an environmental point of view too, yes.
Instead instead of fossil energy, for example,
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
because we have here in Santiago we have the contamination is high.
Oh, is that right?
Yes,
Oh, yeah. Is that from traffic, like from burning gasoline, or from industry? What do
both
you think it's from?
traffic.
Both? Oh, okay. Oh dear, that can be bad. Anyway, Arnaldo, it's been really, really nice talking to you, and I'm so happy that you joined my class because otherwise I would be talking all by myself. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope I see you in another class. Take care for now, okay?
It was nice to talk to
Bye-bye.
you. Bye, Lorraine.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.